Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I have been, over the last couple of weeks, going through the motions of training for a 5k better time. Definitely not going for a PB because I think I'm just too out of shape to go for the PB. But I have been for 5 weeks, and this is week number 6 of going through a 5k training program to try and get a faster 5k. So I'm going to give you a little update on how I've been doing. So to start off, it's important to point out right from the get-go that I have had a zombie idea nibbling away at my brain, oblivious to the damage that it's doing as I've been going through the motions, and that's the key point here, going through the motions over the last 5-6 weeks in this training program. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to talk about what a zombie idea is in this video today, while I give you an update on how my training has been going. So to start with, a zombie idea is an idea that exists which shouldn't exist. And what I mean by that is, I have this belief system in my head, and I'm pretty sure anybody watching this probably subscribes to that belief system too. But the belief system has been shown time and time again by research and data and labs and cross-sectional studies and longitudinal studies that the belief system is totally bogus and totally arbitrary and belongs in the bin, and yet we all as runners still believe it to be true and expect to get outcomes from our training based on the belief of this zombie idea. So what is this zombie idea that I'm talking about? Well, it's the belief that if you take a training program and set particular goals and implement the strategies that you have forward to achieve that goal, the belief or the zombie system is that so long as you follow that program or training regime to the T, that you should get a certain result. And like I said, that idea has been proven so many times to be totally untrue, totally bogus, but yet we still all believe that. For instance, me, that if I followed this strict enough training regime over the last 6 weeks and I hit certain times and speeds and paces over certain intervals, for me, that I would break 20 minutes in a 5k. And the simple fact of the matter is, I did all the workouts barring one week I missed one workout, but I'm not going to get near the sub 25k that I projected I might get based on working towards that program. So the belief that if you follow a particular regime that you're going to get a certain outcome is just not true, especially in sort of any sort of physical fitness or specifically in endurance training. There are so many variables that constitute the making up of physical fitness, particularly in the endurance field. It goes way beyond input and goal setting, implementing a regime, and then getting out a specific race time when you're finished that. There are so many other things that factor into it. Stuff like how your nutrition is going, how much stress you've got, how well you're handling your training, how much sleep you're getting, how much downtime you get, how many hours you get in the week to do other meaningful activities away from the sport or the goal that you're racing. And I suppose all those things over the last 6 weeks have been a little bit out of balance for me. I just came to this after coming back from having COVID. COVID had went through our whole family, which culminated in me returning back to work in January. I work as a physio, osteopath, and that meant I was very busy because I had a backup of a lot of patients because I hadn't been working for a few weeks. So there was a lot of other stuff going on, which was, I suppose, taking away from the ability just to absorb the training, get out, do the runs, hit the times, hit the splits, and then turn up and do the race and get the goal time that you set. There's just so much more to it than that, and that's what the zombie idea is. It's a belief in your head that if you just do something that you'll get there. But I suppose my message is, if you fail sometime in your goal, don't beat yourself up over it. You know, it might not just come down to how well you did or didn't train. It can be due to so many other factors away from training. Overall, the training plan has went pretty well. Like I said, I hit all the workouts bar one. I missed out on one, I think in week 4, but the rest of the time I hit them all. And I've been averaging about between 50 and 55 kilometers a week. So not a bad effort, but before it started, I think I ran a 23:20 5k park run, and then 3 weeks into it I did a park run again, and I did it in 22:02. That was quite good. I was quite pleased, although when I set off on that run I was kind of hoping to be maybe 22:30, so there was definitely a bump in training. And then last weekend I did the same park run again. Sorry, battery died as I was talking. Where was I? Oh yes, I ran the park run on last Saturday, so the weekend just passed, and I ran that one in 20 minutes and 54 seconds. So definitely a good increase over the 6 weeks, but not what I was hoping for. And the reason why it wasn't what I was hoping for is not that I didn't hit the sessions and do the runs. I did. It's just that there's lots of other variables in life I was trying to juggle at the same time as juggling a 6-week 5k training program, and it's just not going to turn out quite like I had planned. I'll hopefully run the park run again this weekend if time allows, and in order to go under 20, God, I mean, last weekend it was very rainy for the first 2k. It was lashing rain and it was very windy, and we started on grass, so it was a slow start, maybe 10 seconds for that, and I don't know, breaking 20 this weekend will be a tall ask. I hope you enjoyed that video, guys. Remember what I say, run far, run fast, but most of all, run sensible.